business as usual, but do you think that'll continue?
And business has been good, Kevin. One of the best attendance rates in the league. But listen, this is a Bulls organization that has to figure out its right direction and see how they can continue to build and find a way to build from the ground up and reach new heights, whether it is going a more rebuilding route, a more in the middle route, versus going and really taking big swings. I think this is an organization that is very much trying to find their direction.
Oh, you're kind of setting the table. A lot could happen with this team. Good stuff. The bright lights of the NBA Cup semifinals. So much pressure. And guess what? MP thrives in the spotlight. Guys, he loves it.
Yeah, and talking to MP before the game, you could tell he was ecstatic. The entire NBA is watching this one. MP has a huge chance to prove himself. I expect him to have a big game.
Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. TJ McConnell is out there with Nembhard. And it's Nesmith in at the small forward position. Now, you may have heard MP just signed his first shoe deal. Certainly a big moment for him.
And he's joined the Nike family and will be the next icon in their rich athletic tradition. As a lifetime fan, this fits MP well, and so will the shoes he wears on the court.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Well, a bit ago, Billy Donovan and I were able to talk. I asked him about the challenge of facing Miles Turner, and he said this guy is a problem for our offense. Miles is an incredible shot blocker. You have to know where he is on the floor at all times. Now, we don't normally hear a coach talk about somebody's defense first, but Turner is that guy. Fellas?
Okay, David, much appreciated.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And in last year's playoff Shams, we did see a lot of players injured and unable to play. What are some of the solutions that may be being talked about that you hear about?
People certainly ask if this is the result of the 65-game rule. Is it the more physical play? Is it the consequences of the regular season? The league is going to take a wait-and-see approach to determine if this is an issue they have to fix, but they do love the results of what this has brought as far as player availability moving forward.
Yeah, they do seem sold on that 65 number, don't they?
100%. And at the end of the day, some of these injuries are flukish. There's a lot of, obviously, lower body injuries, and you can't measure that. I think the league is going to want to see more data over the next 5 to 10 years to really determine, does this rule impact the game and impact injuries?
Siakam passes to Nesmith. Here's Nembhard. No good on the 3. The Bulls leading by 5. Here's Henderson. Siakam pulls it in.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance. Nesmith
can't get it to go. And so Levine will bring it up now for the Chicago Bulls. And this team has been on a very impressive 17-game winning streak. They are red hot right now.
There is a lot of players who will say they don't take notice of a budding winning streak. But when it's double digits, everyone knows. Winning streaks are a lot harder than people think because every single team wants to be the one to take you down.
And a wide open look for Siakam. Off target from outside. Now Chicago has gone 3 of 3 from deep. 9 points rung up from outside here in the first. Anderson's shot is off. Pacers trail by 7. Now, here's Nesmith. And Nesmith with the slam.
And way to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Fires from the corner. Siakam pulls it in.
That is not a bad decision to pull it from there. It was just a little bit off with the execution.
Well, we can all agree nothing better than the atmosphere of an NBA game. So, Shams, I know it's hard to pick one. But is there a best crowd, a best atmosphere in the NBA that you've come across that you really appreciate?
The Warriors fans, I feel, even at their peak, they bring a different level of aura, of enthusiasm. Kevin, you've been to more arenas than I have and more celebrated times as well at different points. What's your favorite, what's your best NBA arena atmosphere?
When that New York crowd is popping, that arena is second to none, man. It is sizzling. Like you, I love knowledgeable fans, right? They know the calls, they know the officials, they know the strategies, they know what a player can and cannot do. That, to me, is the best part about going in some of these arenas and feeling that the players, have made it to a point where the fans know exactly what they can and cannot do. Knowledgeable fans.
I'll take your word for it, but that just means I have to get out to a Knicks game ASAP.
Neesmith with the ball. 8 points for him. Pass to Siakam. 5 on the clock. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. 10 points for Aaron Neesmith.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Here's MP, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It goes on Aaron Neesmith.
And I like how MP carries himself. It's a big reason why his teammates enjoy playing with him.
And he knocks down the first one. And both free throws good for MP. Last outing for Indiana. They won that game against the Knicks in New York. And the influx of international players continues to just fill these rosters in the NBA. And Shams, it has truly become a global league.
It's truly a beautiful thing, right, Kevin? We want sports to bring people together, to really galvanize communities, no matter your ethnicity, no matter your gender, anything. And now I really feel we're breaking down a lot of barriers in the world.
And think, 3 of the top, 5, 6 players, we got Doncic. We've got Porzingis, of course, who is such a nice player, but Antetokounmpo and Jokic. I mean, the names go on and on of key contributors to winning teams.
You have to make a case that the world team against the U.S. team, if they were ever stacked against each other, that would be a heck of a game.
You and I would pay for the ticket, wouldn't we? I would pay to watch that.
I'm willing and able to pay immediately, Kevin. Sign me up. When are we going?
I hope soon. Turner passes to Neesmith. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. Neesmith has got 13. Chicago leading by 7. On the wing, MP. And the Bulls, another 3.
He's looked practically unstoppable this quarter. The defense, they haven't had many answers for him.
Pass to Nembhard. They set the pick. Fires from deep. That does not fall. Still looking for his first basket after 3 shots.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Now McConnell. Still yet to score. Indiana moving it around. Shoots over White. A shot by McConnell, no good. Shams, when you look at last season, what a step forward for the Pacers. Going into the in-season tournament championship, making the Eastern Conference Finals. They really checked so many boxes last season.
And Pacers sources tell me they're ahead of schedule under Rick Carlisle. They went from 25 wins in his first season to 47 wins last season and the Eastern Conference Finals just his 3rd season at the helm. The biggest reason to me for their turnaround and someone that the Pacers love as their franchise cornerstone, Tyrese Halliburton. He gives the Pacers an elite talent that they've lacked since Paul George. So look at Tyrese Halliburton, Pascal Siakam for this next run of Pacers greats.
Boy, you've named some terrific players and guys that are very impactful. McConnell passes to Siakam. 6 on the shot clock. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Here's McConnell. And once again off the mark by Indiana. Chicago leading by 15. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Hey, guys. MP in the last game against Philadelphia played some huge minutes. He had an impressive number of points and, as always, was a force on defense, doing whatever he wanted at that time. Just a fantastic night for him. A guy he wants to have every night, I'm sure. Guys?
Yeah, David, in stretches, he was absolutely dominant. Greg, he'd love to match that performance tonight.
This team needs his contributions. When he's right, he makes winning plays time and time again.
Expect them to go to him early and often. Don't want to let that hot hand go to waste.
Here's Siakam. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Vucevic a screen on McConnell. And that one's good. MP. Anderson's got 36.
That is a play that is beyond his years. MP takes the contact and still gets it to fall.
Siakam. And stolen by MP. And so it's Chicago with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. And don't go away. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the NBA Cup semifinal. Second quarter action getting underway. And a chance for just... And the league continuing, Shams, to tweak the rules around replay review. But would you set a time limit to maybe tweak it a little bit?
Have to, right? Especially some of these games and the way they're ending. It's something to try. If you can't find a cause to really overturn in a minute or two, let's keep this game moving. I think we all love a free-flowing game.
I agree. Neesmith, the pass to McConnell. Jackson a screen on White. And the wide open shot from McConnell. No good with the triple.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Anderson outside. Siakam pulls it in. Siakam's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Shepard. Down low. And finished off by Siakam.
A high-level athlete with underrated burst. Siakam continues to impress with his ability to finish.
Anderson outside. Puts up a deep 3. And again, no good by Chicago.
The only place for shots like that are in shoot-around.
I'd like to know what he was thinking. Did he think... Nah, he couldn't have thought that was a good shot. That was an awful shot.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
They need this one. And he sinks the layup. Anderson's got 38 points.
When MP is having a night like this, you just can't keep him from getting the ball.
Pass to Neesmith. Good. And McConnell gets the assist. McConnell's got his 4th assist in this one.
His shot has been on point from the opening tip. He's pretty much kept them in the game.
And Shams, I've always wondered, watching you, reading you, when did you first fall in love with the NBA? And when did you decide to cover it?
Really, when I was around 10, 11 years old, I grew up in Chicago right as the Bulls dynasty was starting. I wasn't quite old enough, but I was old enough to see some of those scrappy Bulls teams in the mid-2000s. And basketball was always a part of the national discourse, but also part of my life playing it, and then now being someone that's able to inform the audience and the public.
You know what? I'm looking up and down this table. I think we all feel the exact same way. A nice shot by Anderson.
The offensive success is due in part to his quality shooting. He hasn't wasted too many looks.
Back to McConnell. Pass to Jackson. Siakam outside. Jackson with the screen. And Siakam is good for 3. Siakam's got 7 points for the quarter.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
And Anderson slams it in.
Fantastic slam by MP, proving how dangerous he can be inside.
Good for basket number 7 tonight on a not-so-unlucky 13 shots.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
MP deciding where to go with it. Over Neesmith. MP, no good.
I don't know if he got in his own head there or what, because the defense can't really take credit for that miss.
McConnell finds Neesmith. Out left to the wing. Here's Siakam. It's all in by the Bulls. Smith's got his 4th rebound in this one. And Shams, we know you are so connected and on top of so many great stories and players and trends in the NBA. I have to ask, what is your, like I'm talking to my teenage daughter, what is your screen time like? You've got to be in front of that computer and clearly in front of your phone every minute, or at least most every minute of every hour of every day.
It's not as high as it needs to be, Kevin, I'll tell you that much. And thankfully, it's not always like that, but certainly at the biggest times of the year, free agency, draft, trade deadline, it is certainly up there, almost in the 19 to 20 range. Kevin, what's your screen time? I feel like you might have a high screen time. You want to be plugged in. I know it.
I take 2 months off in the summer, but for those 10 months, it's 7 days a week, a lot like you. But I know how much happens in the offseason. That's my interest in sitting next to you here courtside tonight, is that you're watching this game, but your mind is always thinking about this and that, and it never ends. Like, you must not get much sleep. You cannot get much sleep, right? My goodness.
We do get sleep, but your offseason is my season, Kevin, and I want to make sure as we get this season going, I'm able to inform.
And you always do. You always do. The Pacers have gone 7 of 14 in the second quarter, shooting to the tune of 50%. Siakam outside. Now, here's McConnell. No scoring in this one. And Siakam with the basket on the assist by McConnell. Siakam's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for the Pacers. Anderson with the ball. Non-stop scoring machine here. Good, that's another bucket.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. Now McConnell. Pass to Turner. Back to McConnell. Over White. A shot by McConnell, no good.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Here's MP going inside, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play. He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
Second personal foul. First team foul. MP shooting 1.
Free throw, no good for MP. And it's McConnell with the ball. He'll bring it up for Indiana. A shot by Nembhard, no good.
And you got to give credit to the D for never giving up on the play and doing just enough to bother him at the rim.
And here's MP for 3. Pascal Siakam grabs the miss. Siakam's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Driving in. Pass to Nembhard. Siakam a screen on Levine. And once again off the mark by Indiana.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
Yeah, right now, he's just in his own head. Not much you can do to try and push through it.
And Shams, what an absolute delight it has been having you courtside with all of us tonight. Thank you so much for taking time to join us. It has been a true pleasure.
Thanks so much for the invite. I can't wait to do it again sometime. I'm honored. I'm privileged.
Oh, we are going to hold you to that. Thank you again. And just great to have Shams join us, isn't it, guys? Such a wealth of knowledge.
Yeah, no one is more locked in on the league. If there's a move happening, Shams knows about it before the players do.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Now, Pascal Siakam is nominally a power forward, but his versatility at both ends of the floor allows him to play a number of roles. Siakam says that's where the NBA has been going. It's always positionless basketball. I feel like I can do anything. And in today's game, Kevin, that means tremendous value for Siakam. Back to you.
Doesn't it? My goodness, David, he is something else. Thank you very much. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
76% on the season from the foul line.
That's good from McConnell.
TJ McConnell taking 2 shots.
And both free throws good for McConnell. Chicago leading by 18. And White kicks to Anderson. Drives to the hoop, and he uses the glass on the layup. MP's got 56 points in the game.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
And so a pretty lopsided game for the first half. It's Chicago opening up a huge gap. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shots. Drum roll, please. They're thinking about the shot. Oh, someone left the window open. Let's hear it for the participant.
Welcome, everybody. This game revealing a big disparity in play. What a performance so far for the Chicago Bulls.
Let me start out by saying, if you make it here, like both these teams have, the whole league and NBA fan base is checking you out, and I know what the feeling is like.
You know, Shaq, I think I need more Shaqronyms in my life. How about OFC? You know what that is, big fella? Okra and fried chicken. Ugh. And moving on, let's take a peek at how the East is shaping up here in the midseason.
Taking a look here at Chicago, I had them as a top team before the season, and now I'm picking them to make the finals. Tell me I'm wrong, Kenny. You can't, because I'm right. 2 + 2 is 5.
And as much as it pains me, I have to agree with Big Fella.
That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more hoops action.
Here we go. Second half of the 2024 NBA Cup semifinal round. Coming to you live on 2K. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And you love that mindset he has going at the rim. He hasn't settled for anything, and he's been the aggressor all game long.
Vucevic in at center with Williams next to him. The guard set is White alongside Levine. And it's MP in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Here's Anderson. And another one falls.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA, really taking it to the opposition. And Greg, you talk about toughness, a compete factor. How does a team create that culture?
Call it critical mass. When you have the entire organization and enough players committed to that kind of effort, everyone has to meet that level.
Clock is at 3. The shot by Turner, no good.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard.
He got it again! Sensational!
and he's got 60 again. I've never seen scoring like this. He's now tied the mark for most 60-point games in a year.
You know, to tie that mark, that's something I didn't expect to see in this lifetime. What a season he's having. Three-pointer on the way. Another one goes. Incredible. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
And here's McConnell. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. Here's Nesmith. And Nesmith with the slam.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He's one of the best in the business, absolutely. Here is Anderson. What an incredible scoring display he has put on tonight. And he comes up with the deuce.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
For Indiana, they've gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. McConnell finds Nesmith. And it's off from three-point range.
Well, after the show he put on in the first half, you thought it would continue, but he's cooled off a little bit here now.
Count that one.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Man, their offense is clicking. Players, coaches, everybody, they are in sync.
Now, here's Nesmith. 24 points for him. Fader on the way, and the shot goes down. Siakam's got 21 in the game.
Oh, the numbers speak for themselves. Siakam showing great versatility on the offensive end.
And when you talk to people about the Bulls, GA, Michael Jordan's shadow still looms large over this team and organization.
And Kevin, they haven't won a championship before or since he was in Chicago. They've had plenty of good players, Derrick Rose and MVP, Jimmy Butler as well, but the results haven't been there.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
And here's Anderson for three. Up again, and it's put back in by Vucevic. Vucevic has got his first points in this one.
Getting physical on the glass and getting a bucket, that's what Vuce does.
Siakam outside. The three. It's hauled in by the Bulls. It's off to Boston for him after this game as they take on the Celtics. That will be a getaway game for them. A one-game road trip. Trains the three-pointer.
The defense has just been unable to slow him down. Wow, what a game.
To the middle. Here's Nesmith. That's good, and it's McConnell with the assist. McConnell's got 9 assists now tonight.
And he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
A costly foul there. He'll shoot 3 free throws. Well, Greg, we saw in the 2024 regular season that these Pacers actually led the NBA in assists.
Averaging over 30 assists a game. Now that's ball movement. These Pacers really trust one another and love to share the load offensively.
And that one misses. RJ, you had a chance to ref a Summer League game this past year, so you get a little bit of a feel for what these guys go through.
Being a referee is by far the hardest job in professional sports. To try and keep up with the amount of plays, the amount of possessions, I do not envy their job.
Inside and out of bounds is Chicago gains possession. Season still in its fledgling state, but enough basketball has been played to see how this year's rookie class is shaping up. A chance now to see the rookie race that shows which first-year players are making a big impact early in the race for the Rookie of the Year hardware. And you look at Anderson. What a rookie year he's having, guys, atop the rankings right now. And even though it might be a tight call, he's definitely the favorite.
And what a feeling right now for him. I mean, sitting on top of the heap of all that young talent.
Yeah, nobody has made a bigger splash than he has in this early part of the season. He's already living up to his potential.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. Indiana's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Neesmith can't get it to go.
See, that miss right there, it's why teams try to avoid the mid-range jumper these days.
And good! There's another.
What a game. That's 72 points.
He's been simply, Greg, sensational throughout this one. So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game. Let's take a look at some of the numbers for MP.
And when it comes to his scoring, he's enjoying a fantastic run. He's brought his points per game average up thanks to the work he's done in the past 10, and maybe he's got another big one in store tonight.
Lets it go from 11. A shot by Nembhard, no good.
Well, his shooting is unfortunately not a big thing, and his lackluster accuracy is probably the thing that's keeping them behind. Keep riding that hot hand. He's been pretty much unstoppable.
White against McConnell to end the run. Rebounded by Vucevic. And so White will bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. Anderson can't get it to go. The Pacers have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the third quarter got underway. And stolen by MP. Vucevic is screen on Turner. The drive by MP.
Look at how swiftly MP moves to the rim there.
And for the Pacers, they're shooting the ball at 42%. Pass to Nembhard. There's a good screen. And here is Siakam. He's guarded by Williams. And the shot goes in from Siakam. Siakam's got 5 points now this quarter.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
Deep two from Anderson. And it's McConnell with the rebound.
Really thought he had this one. And the defense, they were giving it to him.
Siakam outside. Here's Neesmith. And the three off target.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Pacers have gone 6 of 14 since halftime, a little cold from the field. Greg, in January 2024, Pascal Siakam was traded out of Toronto.
And he came into the league an older player from a mid-major school. The Raptors did a lot to help Siakam, turning him into an all-NBA caliber player.
And here are the Bulls now. Anderson with the ball. Non-stop scoring machine here. He takes it in and finished off by Anderson.
MP doing a great job letting the play develop, making the defense pick their poison.
Now McConnell. Pass to Siakam. Over Williams. Good tee by Williams.
Defense pulled out all the stops to shut him down there.
The three from MP. Wow, drew the contact, and that three almost went in, so he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
13 foul.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Chicago.
They're moving the ball around so well, guys. Quick passes, letting the next guy do the work if you don't have a look.
And they've also played exceptionally well in the paint tonight, taking advantage of their opportunity to work inside.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Jalen Smith, he's checked in for Vucevic. Torrey Craig comes in for Patrick Williams. Josh Giddey's checked in for Levine. And Ball subbed in for Kobe White. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Wiseman's checked in for Miles Turner. Isaiah Jackson comes in for Pascal Siakam. Jarris Walker, he's checked in for Neesmith. And Shepard subbed in for T.J. McConnell. And he nails the third.
He's put in the work and worn down the defense. Now they're getting a little sloppy, and it's allowed them to get to the line more this half.
2 minutes.
To the paint, here's Wiseman. And finished off by Wiseman.
And get used to seeing that for years to come. Wiseman working in that pick-and-roll action and cashing in.
Giddey the pass to Anderson. Smith sets the pick for MP. And Anderson slams it in.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Well, great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
Chicago's got more than a 50% success rate on their three-pointers since halftime. They're 4 of 7. Takes it inside, and Anderson slams it in.
Get used to seeing that over the next 10-plus seasons. MP taking flight.
Pass to Wiseman. There's 53 seconds left to play in the third. Walker's shot is off. They have been really controlling this one.
You never want to be complacent on the floor. That's when you lose momentum.
Indiana's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Wiseman kicks to Walker. No good on the triple.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can count on him to continue missing.
And good! He hits it again.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. Again, the miss by Walker. Outside, Ball. An easy 2 points on the layup. Ball's got his first basket.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, our man is going for the jugular.
And so it's MP making things happen for Chicago. A sensational night for him continues as he cranks his three-point made total even higher on what has been a historic night for him. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter form.
You've got to admire the vision just as much as the accuracy. Not many players can even spot that pass.
Checked in for Chicago. MP comes in for Horton Tucker. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Miles Turner, he's checked in for Isaiah Jackson. Nesmith comes in for Walker. Andrew Nembhard's checked in for Brown. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Shepard. And again, Chicago, no good. On the court for Indiana. The forward spots with Nesmith and Siakam. T.J. McConnell is out there with Nembhard. And it's Turner in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Ball, the pass to MP. Driving the lane, and another one falls. Amazing! That's 91, an incredible feat.
This is just flat out insane.
Pass to Turner. Now, here's Nesmith. And a miss there on the triple. And a wide open look for him, and again for three.
Another three. I'm not sure I've seen a better three-point shooting night.
They just keep pouring in. This is a top 5 all-time single game for three-point shots made. McConnell passes to Siakam. Chicago grabs the miss. And here's Anderson. Outside, Ball. Good, and the assist goes to MP. Ball's got 6 points in the quarter.
And the D has gotten a little bit lax here defending the triple.
Here's Nembhard. That's tipped. Here's MP. It's tipped and stolen by McConnell. In the corner, it's Neesmith. Siakam inside the three-point line, and the Pacers can't get it to go. MP, that's for two. They get it back. Smith kicks to MP. Connects again.
And he's now tied for the fourth most points in an NBA game all time. He is knocking down everything.
It's truly one of the greatest games in league history. He cannot miss. McConnell against Ball. McConnell passes to Nembhard. 5 to shoot. Turner with a screen on Giddey. Nembhard's shot is good.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys build contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
It's Anderson with the drive, and Smith with the stop.
How about the vision from MP? In the pick and roll, that's very encouraging to see.
And so it's McConnell with it. He'll bring it up for the Pacers. Outside Turner. And the league limiting players from making public trade demands, which I guess makes sense. It's a big change from the past, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it saves franchises from being put in a tough spot. Keeps a player's trade value high, which helps the team they're leading.
On the wing, MP. Neesmith covering. And it's Giddey in the corner. Here's Nembhard. Giddey defending. Now, here's McConnell. Here's Turner. And he overshot that one, missing. Bulls have gone 8 of 14 from the floor here in the fourth quarter. On the wing, Giddey. Outside, Ball. Bulls moving the ball around. On the wing, Giddey. Clock at 4. It's stolen. And a fast break now for the Pacers. And Neesmith with the slam.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
We know.
And another one.
Unreal. He's got the fourth most points ever in an NBA game. This man is on another planet.
I mean, what can you say? One of the all-time individual games in NBA history. Pass to Neesmith. From outside, off the mark.
And maybe, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
Connects again from distance.
And all game long, the threes have been pouring in for him. There is no stopping his shot.
And this is already a game he'll never forget. He's trying to make it a game that the world never forgets. Siakam for 3. Ball with the rebound.
Wow, what a rough second half for him shooting the basketball. Maybe you adopt a pass-first mentality at this point. Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration.
Yet another bucket.
The good times keep rolling, now tied for second all-time in scoring for a game.
Well, the way he's been able to maintain his focus on offense all game, GA, the defense throws everything at him, but he's still in scoring. Torrey Craig, he's checked in for Boozer. Some people, RJ, have called for fewer regular season games. Could that help?
Absolutely not. If Kareem Abdul-Jabbar can take commercial flights and have to stay the night over and play 82 games, I think that the teams today can play 82 games.
Smith sets the pick for MP. And the layup's good off the glass.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and
did not turn it down.
And that score probably slams the door for any would-be comebacks. And look, they put this one to bed.
McConnell against Ball. Siakam outside. A three-pointer is right on target.
An extra element to Siakam's game. He can really handle the ball and even initiate offense.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. It's Anderson with the drive.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
You have to love their effort. This game wasn't handed to them. They took it.
Neesmith can't get it to go. Anderson with the ball. A three ball. Off on that one. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. They've moved their way through the east side of the bracket and are headed for the final game of the NBA Cup.
Yeah, just one game. Winner takes all. You know they're going to be bringing that competitive fire. They want to be the ones hoisting that cup.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. So for our reporter, David Aldridge, and our analysts, Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. We thank you for watching tonight's game. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening. Great win tonight, MP.